Sustainable Buildings Canada and the Compass project team would like to thank the Atmospheric Fund for providing the funding that made this project possible. Welcome to the introductory training for Compass for Municipalities. The goal of Compass for Municipalities is to allow non-technical municipal staff to complete a high-level review of energy models for compliance with municipal green development standards and energy performance requirements. The project builds on the Compass energy model benchmarking and analysis platform that is used by architects and engineers. The tool is web-based and is available at EnergyCompass.design. Compass is not energy modeling software. Compass reads the output files from industry-standard modeling software, interprets and aggregates the internal data to be more accessible for users. The energy model result files submitted by applicants are uploaded to Compass. Compass analyzes the results files and produces an energy modeling compliance report. The energy modeling compliance report includes two key components, the key variable summary and the rule-based review. The key variable summary presents key modeling variables in a standardized table for easy review. The rule-based review automatically checks the models and identifies any issues present within them and presents next steps or follow-up items for the user. There are also views that allow users to explore aggregate data of all of the projects uploaded by their municipality. Users can display different metrics, filter by project metadata, and also download data for external reporting or analysis. The first thing you need to do is get your municipality registered on the platform. Send an email to support@EnergyCompass.design to get your municipality registered. Each municipality will need an administrator to be assigned to control access to other users. Once your municipality has been registered, you will be able to sign up using the link on the homepage. As the first user at your municipality, your account will also need to be approved by Compass staff. Other users will need to be approved by one of your municipality's administrators to gain access to the platform. Before we jump over to the tool, let's go over some terminology and key concepts. Folders are used to organize projects. A project should correspond to a single physical building. And versions are used to represent different iterations of a project, for example, comparing different design options or tracking a project as it moves through design stages. Once a project and version have been created, the results files from the proposed, and if applicable, the reference model, are uploaded to the tool. Compass supports the most popular energy modeling software, including DO2, CanQuest, eQuest, IESVE, and Energy Plus. So now let's jump into the tool. When you first log in, this landing page will be empty. We've got some populated folders here to get us started. But let's start by making a folder. You can do that here on the main page or in any subfolder by clicking on the Create a New Folder link. And then you just give it a name. So here we'll do Example Folder. And we've created that folder here on the main page. We've got actions that we can do on any of the items here. So we can rename this folder, we can move this folder, or we can delete this folder. So we can rename example folder to example2 folder. And we can also move example folder to the archived projects folder. And now we're in the archives project folder, and you can see that the folder's there, and we can delete the folder by hitting the delete button and deleting it. You won't be able to delete folders that have items within them, so you can only delete empty folders. So if we hop into the East region, we'll see that we have projects here, and you can do the same actions for projects as you can with folders. You can edit them, you can move them, and you can delete them. So now let's create a project. We hit the Add a Project link, and we need to provide some project details. So maybe we will do a office tower 3 in the city of Greattown. The street address will be 150 Main Street. postal code A1A1A1, building type, well, we're doing an office tower. All of these fields need to be filled in, but if you don't have those details, you can just put it as a period or a space, and that should work. So we've created a project within the folder, and now we're going to add a version. And so again, that idea with projects and versions, a project corresponds to a single physical building in the real world. And as we're going through the design stages, we might have different versions of that building. And so this is just a way of organizing different iterations under a single project. So we'll add a version and we'll call this version 1. If the project has a reference code, we can select the reference code that's being used to develop the model. So we can say ASHRAE 90.1 2016. Let's do the Ontario Building Code SP10. And we'll say that this is for a rezoning application. And so now we land at the page where we're able to upload the energy models. So we'll start by uploading our proposed energy model by hitting this link. As I mentioned earlier, Compass supports the most popular energy modeling software. So that includes DO2, eQuest, CanQuest, IESVE, and Energy Plus. We'll upload an eQuest model for now, and we can pick the file to upload. For eQuest, that would be a SIM file that we'd be uploading. So we'll select the proposed model SIM file and then upload that. And then we'll also upload the reference model for that project. So we select the reference SIM file for that project and upload it as well. So we got a peek at the energy modeling compliance report there, and we'll just talk about those elements before hopping back over to the tool. So there are two main components to the compliance report, the first being the key variable summary. This presents key modeling variables in a standardized table for easy review. The values presented here should be compared against those provided in the submitted project documentation. And the second component of the compliance report is the rule-based review. This review establishes a set of rules and checks for common energy modeling issues, such as input and output variables falling within expected ranges, reference models matching the proposed models as necessary, and mandatory requirements being met. The report visually flags issues and then provides a description of the issues and next steps or follow-up items. So after we upload our proposed and reference models, we can take a look at the Energy Modeling Compliance Report, which is available on the same page. We start with the key variable summary that presents key variables from within the energy model that should be compared against the documentation provided with the project. This is an evolving list of variables, but things that should be looked at and verified between the energy model and the project drawings would include the building floor area, and so verifying that the floor area submitted in the project drawings is consistent with what's in the energy model, looking at the window to wall ratio of the different exposure faces, and again verifying that those match what has been modeled is consistent with what is in the project drawings, and also taking a look at the thermal characteristics of the walls and windows of the building. So just doing a spot check on what the assemblies look like and what that R value would be, and comparing that to what's in the energy model, and similarly for the windows, looking at the U value of the windows and what's provided in the project documentation. So those would be the quick things to compare between the energy model and what's in the project documentation. And so now we come to the automated rule-based review. This is a check that's done on both the proposed and reference models against a set of rules that have been established for different properties. So verifying that the reference model was properly set up, that it matches the characteristics that it needs to match with the proposed model, and then checking the input and output values against the full Compass database to see that it falls within the 95th percentile of values there. So we can take a look and see what the rule-based review has found. You can see here we've got some warnings of things to review. And so the things that have been flagged here was that the floor area does not match in the reference model. It does not match with the proposed model. And likewise, the volume also doesn't match. And the equipment or plug load also doesn't match. And so the result is telling us corrections are required in the model. This wouldn't be a valid reference model that's been generated if it's not matching the floor area volume and equipment power loads between the two models. So this is something that should be sent back to the applicant to correct before proceeding with the project. Next, we'll take a look at the Portfolio Metrics section of Compass. This page provides an aggregate view of projects uploaded by your municipality. You can display the number of projects, the floor area, the energy usage, the total breakdown between electricity and natural gas, as well as GHG emissions and savings. You can filter the projects included in the view by the year, the building type, and the floor area of the building. You can view trending over time and also download the data for external analysis and reporting. The Portfolio Metrics interface is accessible through the link at the top of the page. Here we're able to view aggregate data of all the projects that have been uploaded by our municipality. The top section includes filters to control which data is displayed. We can filter by the use type, the floor area, and the year. The data of the chart is contained in the table in the middle of the section, and the chart below can be controlled with this drop-down to select which data is displayed. Lastly, we'll take a look at how access is controlled to Compass and how to manage your team. Your municipality's administrator must approve all other users before they gain access to the platform. The administrator can also revoke a user's access. The Manage Team page is only visible to administrators. The Team Management page is available to administrators from the link at the top of the page. So access to Compass is controlled by your municipality's email domain. When a municipality is registered, we link the email domain with the name of the municipality and we assign an administrative user to that municipality. All other users that sign up from that municipality using that domain name will be placed into a queue with a pending status and won't have access to any of the Compass pages until they are approved by the administrator. The administrator can approve or reject the pending users, but these changes can be updated afterwards as well. So previously approved users can have their access revoked, and users who are rejected or who have had their access revoked can also be re-enabled. Thank you for watching this introductory training video for Compass for Municipalities. If you have any issues or questions, please reach out to support@EnergyCompass.design.